But I just want to ask the men here to consider idly in some spare moment whether by any chance they've been building any walls to keep the women out, or to keep them in their place, and what they may have lost by doing so. And to ask the women here to consider idly, or not at all idly, why are there so few of us? We can't blame it on prejudice, because in SF publishing there's very little sex bias. Have women walled themselves out through laziness of mind, for fear of being seen using the intellect in public, or fear of science and technology, or fear of letting their imagination go, or perhaps fear of competing with men? That, as we all know, is an unladylike thing to do. But art is not ladylike or gentlemanly. It's not masculine and it's not feminine. The reading of a book, the writing of a book, isn't an act that's dependent in any way upon one's gender. In fact, very few human acts other than procreation and gestation and lactation are. When you undertake to make a work of art, a novel or a clay pot or what have you, you're not competing with anybody except yourself and God. Can I do it better this time? And once you've realized that's the only question, once you face the empty page or the lump of clay in that solitude, without anybody to blame for failure but yourself, once you've known that fear and that challenge, you aren't going to care very much about being ladylike or about your so-called competition, male or female. The practice of an art is, in its absolute discipline, the experience of absolute freedom. And that, above all, is why I'd like to see more of my sisters trying out their wings above the mountains, because freedom is not always an easy thing for women to find.